Welcome to Two Worlds Apart. I'm Gemma.
And I'm Kaylin. And today we want to give you guys a little general crash course on what the 12 zodiacs are.
Woohoo!
This is kind of more for the people who literally know nothing. We're like ground zero.
Like us, just kidding. We did research.
We researched a little bit, but like not enough to be like to call ourselves experts or anything. And we just want to like share like how accurate we think they are, like our signs, of course, and then why they can maybe like help or like hurt people, I don't know, around us and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, Gemma, do you want to start?
Sure
about
thing.
The first sign.
Okay. To my surprise, whenever I looked at these websites and stuff, it always started with Aries. I always thought it started with like January, but I guess it doesn't. So
Apparently not. I'm just kidding.
Apparently not. We're gonna start with Aries, which is birthdays March 21st through April 19th. If you were an Aries, your symbol is the ram. As much as we know, rams are a fire sign, which means what, Caitlin?
They tend to be like a little bit bolder, and
like
daring.
Fire.
Yeah, like fire. Exactly. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Sometimes though they can like be a little too bright, and they are also known to kind of have more of a temper than the rest of the signs. So just beware of that. Literally like fire. Like if you were to give fire characteristics, that's literally what they are.
I see.
But they can also be creative.
Okay, so an Aries is a fire sign, and generally they are enthusiastic, energetic, and natural leaders. I read that under optimism may lie in security due to desire to succeed, which is quite interesting. And they're also go-getters with adventure and independence. But I guess a negative trait would be they might get a little moody or impulsive, impatient, and sometimes selfish. Yeah, I actually don't know a ton of Aries, but the ones that I do know are super enthusiastic, like extrovert energy, and I feel like that kind of makes sense. Yeah. Do you know any Aries?
Yeah, I actually know a couple. One of our aunts is an Aries.
Oh, yes. Yes.
One of my best friends is an Aries too. Spoiler alert. I'm a fire sign, so since we're both fire signs, we tend to get along well with each other. So.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
Let's move on to Taurus. Says. So Taurus is April 20 through May 20, and the symbol is a bull.
Like, based off of that already, you could tell. Like, I don't even have to like know anything. Probably like headstrong, you know. But they're also really loyal, and they can actually, like, I'm about to counteract what I just said, but they can also be patient and persistent and very generous and romantic. So, that's cute. But then, yeah, like, they're the bulls, so they can also be stubborn and materialistic and lazy. So, those are the bad traits. But overall, they do make great people, great friends. And they will protect who they love.
Aww.
Aww.
They're also an earth sign. I forgot to add that to our little document. But that makes sense. I don't actually I don't know what type of Taurus is either. I know our cousin is a Taurus.
My mom's a Taurus.
Oh, your mom's a Taurus. Oh.
Oh.
I see it. It's all coming to me.
Moving on. Gemini.
May 20 through... Oh, shoot, that's wrong. May 21st through June 20th. And the symbol is... Or the element is air. What does air mean?
Oh my gosh, so we didn't go over Earth. So they're known to be, like, grounded, you know, because, like, Earth.
Because Earth.
Yeah, so they'll be honest with you.
They'll keep it real.
Yeah, really. But, yeah, they're known, like, because... They're very grounded. They're known to be very stable and unwavering. Yeah. And they have a lot of ambition and responsibility, and they really just like to plan ahead. But sometimes they can overthink. So just... Yeah. And then, like, when it comes to air signs, They're actually really great thinkers and they love to analyze and communicate. So they really just breeze through life. Oh.
Oh, that was a good one, Kaylin.
Thanks. Okay, let's go into traits.
Okay.
For Gemini.
So Geminis are intelligent and clever. They have this. I think everyone always, when they think of Geminis, they're like, oh, they're two-faced, or maybe they're like always changing their mind.
We'll get into that later.
They're curious and social, charming, flexible. But a negative trait is that they can be emotionally distant and superficial, and then again, like two-faced. But I don't think two-faced is necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah.
I think it's just a trait. I actually know a ton of Geminis, and I don't think of any of them in a negative light at all.
Like, I'm super close with a Gemini.
Do I think it's accurate?
Yeah.
I think the negative facade is inaccurate. But I see the dual personality, like, need to be one certain way in front of people and then, like, have another side to them. But that's kind of cool. I feel like that's, like, fine.
It's not, like, two-faced in, like, the worst way.
In, like, a devious way.
No, they're nice.
Yeah. They do what they gotta do.
Exactly. Cancer.
Everyone's
always like, oh my gosh, like, Cancer, like...
Oh, I know. What's with the title?
I know. No, like, when someone hears that you're Cancer, they're like, oh, you have Cancer. Like, why do they always say that?
So sad. Poor Cancers. Okay, well,
I know.
If you're a Cancer, your birthday is June 21st through July 22nd. And it's a water sign. Oh, we haven't gone into water yet. Okay, this is the last one.
Yes. They're known to be, like, the feelers. They're most, like, emotional. They're pretty sensitive. They like tend to rely more on their emotions, so they can be pretty deep.
Oh, I see.
But yeah, because of that, like, they're pretty creative also, so they tend to be like artists, but they're also very loyal and passionate. So yeah, but that can negative, it can also, like, if they're feeling too much, some people can't handle that sometimes, so it can be a little too much,
Sads.
Yeah, but everyone has their negatives and positives, so yeah. So when it comes to Cancer, the crab
is the crab. I know why it's a crab, because when something like bad or something like scary happens, they sink in and try to run away. No, sorry guys. Visual description. I was like clenching my hand like a crab. I was like,
yeah.
I was trying to like demonstrate how they like retreat and like revert, but
I see.
And then they like run away, which is kind of sad. But that's why it's the crab, I think. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, so yeah, them being a water sign, they're pretty sensitive, but they're also very loyal and dependable. They're known to be, like, very protective of their friends and family. So some people might take that in a bad way because they can, like, be a little clingy, but, like, if you like that, I guess. Also, like, they tend to be a little, like, negative, so a little bit moody, self-pitying, but they're generally, like, one of the kindest zodiacs. But yeah, they're really, like, family based. Like, they think of their closest friends as, like, their family. So yeah.
One of my bestie friends is a Cancer, and yeah, it sounds pretty accurate. Shout out. I totally agree. I think Cancers are some of the nicest people. And I don't really know about these negative traits, but I think it's mostly accurate. I think the, like, bad rap on, like, oh, they're too sensitive, like, literally stop. What's wrong with that? But yeah. Okay.
Next up.
Leo
Leo
is July 23rd through August 22nd, and it's a fire sign.
So we've come full circle.
We
So I
have.
don't need to describe fire signs again, but
Fire.
yeah, fire sign,
And it's a lion, which
which is accurate.
is accurate because they are bold and ambitious, honorable and encouraging. They know what they want and when they want it, and they're generally super confident, and maybe some might think they're a little too confident because it can lead to vainness and being melodramatic. They're independent but prefer to be with the people, and they're outgoing and friendly. I think that's pretty true. Leos are controversial. Would you agree? Everyone's like, a Leo? Like, I think people are scared of Leos.
Like, they're a little too headstrong. But, like, what do you call it? I've heard, like, Leos are known to be, like, the leader of the entire zodiac sign.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I feel like that's pretty accurate. Like, they just have a lot of, like, leadership qualities. Like,
And I feel like that could balance out someone who has, like, opposite
exactly. So,
qualities.
it's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
We know a Leo.
Allegedly, my roommate's dog is a Leo.
Your roommate's dog. Oh.
And it kind of makes sense. She is bold.
Shout out to Winnie.
Shout out.
We love Winnie.
I know a couple Leos, and I think they are great, bold,
Great
leader people. So slay Leo. Virgo. Okay. Virgo is August 23rd through September 22nd. Earth.
Earth sign. So going back in that order, they're meant to be like their symbol.
The Virgin.
Oh. Yes. LOL.
Wait, I don't know why. I don't actually know why. Let me look it up right now because I don't know why it's.
I thought it was supposed to be the maiden or something.
Wait, please hold. Virgin or maiden carrying a shaft of wheat symbolizing modesty and humanity. I guess. Okay, go ahead.
Characteristics: they tend to be hardworking, observant, analytical, and like they love to serve other people, which sounds so bad, but like,
At your service.
They also are very reliable and precise with everything that they do, but they can be a little fussy and flexible. I've heard that they also overthink a lot, and they're very reserved, but that could kind of like they like their own me time, so but to other people it could kind of seem like they're cold, but they're not at all actually. Once you warm up to them, like, they're very trustworthy and they give good advice.
Yas, Virgo.
Yeah, I know a lot of Virgos, a lot. And one common thing that I've seen among all of them is that they're all picky.
Yeah.
I'm calling so many people out right now, but they can't even deny it. Like,
yeah. I too know a lot of Virgos. Myself included.
Gemma included. God.
But I honestly,
Just kidding.
I get along with Virgos so well, I'm pretty sure. For the most part.
Mm-hmm.
But I also don't know, like, you know extreme Virgos that are, like, super, like, all the traits fit them?
Yeah. You're not
I don't
one
know
of
if I could get along with. I mean, I could get along, but, like, would be
tight.
really tight with someone who's, like, all of those qualities that are, like, hardcore. But
Yeah.
I do agree with, like, the, like, reliable, but, like, also over, what was the word?
Overthink?
Overthinker, over analytical,
Absolutely.
type beat. But Virgos are pretty hardworking and precise, I'd say, with
Yes.
what they're thinking and whatnot. Gotta love the Virgo already.
Libra.
Okay, Libra. If you are a Libra, you are born on September 3rd through October 22nd. And you're an air sign. Cool.
Yes. Cool. The symbol is the balance, or like a scale. It's like that thing that like tips when you put like too much on one side. So go ahead, Gemma.
They represent beauty and grace and refinement and the arts. And they're usually very warm and friendly, flirty, and idealistic. And along with that balance thing, they can see all
Yes.
sides to an argument, which I feel like is very true. They're very level-headed,
Yes.
unless something is like plaguing their mind.
That's true.
Maybe love drama or something else. A more negative side, maybe they can be superficial and unreliable, making the other signs do dirty work for them. I don't know about that,
Ooh.
but they're one of the most relaxing signs to be around. My whole family is Libra for the most part.
Really?
Yes, so many Libra. It's like Libras and Sagittariuses, but
Sagittarius.
Sagittarii. Libra. I get along well with Libras. I agree with the level-headedness and wanting to see all sides to an argument before making a clear-cut decision.
A judgment
They're like
call.
not super impulsive,
Mm-hmm.
and they are very graceful in my head. So it
Yes. Love Libras.
works. Do you know Libras?
Not really. Oh wait, actually, yes. And she's amazing.
Slay, shout out.
So yeah, shout out.
Okay, Scorpio.
Scorpio.
So Scorpio would be November 22nd. Oh, that's wrong. Go back. Scorpio would be October 23rd through November 21st, and it is a water sign.
Their symbol is, oh, you guessed it, a scorpion.
Whoa. I wonder why.
People honestly also have such a bad rep for Scorpio though too. But like, I just think they're very misunderstood overall. So good traits. They are very independent, ambitious, passionate, resourceful. They want to be a part of your life. Like, let them do it. They don't take things like lightheartedly. So if you're like, come on, let's hang out, they're gonna take that literally if you never hang out.
Yeah, I think they're super feely, but not in the same way that Cancer is.
But that falls into them being a water sign too. So
Yeah.
they have an unyielding nature. So that the emotional part, you know, they have like they have a need to be in control of like the situation, which like on a bad scale like can lead to them being like possessive and jealous and a little manipulative. So but overall, like, again, they're water signs, so they're very loyal, very trustworthy. Yeah,
I did a little bit of last minute research, and it says
I heard that.
it says it's related to the Greek legend of the scorpion that stung Orion to death.
Oh, which is another constellation.
Yes, and allegedly they have an atmosphere of danger surrounding them due to their intensity and compulsive desire.
Wow,
So deep.
I know. Who knew? Like the whole negative like air, like aura around them had something to do with like
Yeah.
a historical like context.
Yeah. I think Scorpios are pretty cool.
Yeah.
They feel the feels.
The feelings.
The feelings.
The feels are overwhelming. Just kidding.
Yeah, I would
No,
not
I
want to
love
make a
them.
Scorpio mad. I've learned. I mean, I guess it's pretty accurate. I'm not
Yeah.
super close to a ton of Scorpios, but
Yeah, I don't really know a lot either.
yeah, that's a general basis.
Okay.
Okay. Capricorn.
No, my God.
Oh my god, I keep skipping ahead. Sorry.
Gemma.
Okay, let me do it again. Sagittarius,
Sagittarius.
which is birthdays November 22nd through December 21st. And it's a fire sign. I did not know that.
Really?
No. I don't know if it makes sense in my head.
Well,
Why do you think it's a fire sign? Or do you think it's like, what do you think?
I think it probably just because, again, like they're just very bold.
True.
Sagittarius are very like adventurous. They're
Yes.
known to like that's like probably like one of the top words that would be used to describe a Sagittarius. So like,
Makes sense.
yeah.
Okay.
Anyways.
The symbol is the archer. It also looks like a centaur, but it
Yeah.
just says archer, so archer.
It's yeah.
And I read that like when they're pulling back the string on the bow, it's like, and then they're like releasing the arrow. It's like it means you're looking far into the future, which is kind of cool.
Wow.
Wow.
Symbolism.
Paint the picture. But yeah, Sagittariuses are adventurous, as Kaylin said, and always up for a good time. It said that they were the happy-go-lucky sign. I was like, okay, I guess.
I guess.
But they're pretty energetic and optimistic in their personality. They're independent and like learning about new things. I think that's pretty true. And they can be reckless.
Oh. ...
And they make friends easily because they're selfless and genuine. Okay, work, Sagittarius. Any thoughts on that, Miss Sagittarius?
That's pretty accurate. I'm a Sagittarius.
Actually, so my mom is a Sagittarius. You guys are pretty similar.
Really?
Yeah, because you
she's
guys are
like
adventurous.
borderline though, so
She is a cusp. She's December
yeah,
21st.
she's a cusp.
But she's super adventurous, and she likes to travel. I don't know. Do you like to travel here?
I love to travel.
Okay, so period.
I love going on adventures. So this is very accurate for me, I think.
Yeah, energetic
like,
personality. Yeah.
I'm always like looking for the bright side. Like with like one of my friends, like when they're talking about like something negative, I'm always like very optimistic with them.
You're like, what is wrong with you?
I'm like, you could just do better on the next test or something.
Look at that.
Also, like, even the negative trait, like the reckless thing, I can be a little reckless sometimes too. So,
gotta love a
yeah.
Sagittarius.
Thanks, Gemma.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay.
That's me.
Yeah. Capricorn?
Capricorn
is December 22nd through January 19th. And they are an earth element.
Yes.
And
another down-to-earth person.
And, okay, apparently the symbol is goat, but I've also heard, like, sea goat. I don't know. But, yeah. And
okay.
I think that's because they want to climb the mountain. Yodel-lahu. Yodel-lay. Yodel.
We're not about to do that.
Okay.
Okay. So Capricorns, they tend to be ambitious, responsible, independent creatures. Like whenever someone hears about a Capricorn, they're like, oh my gosh, they're very hardworking people. But that can lead to like them having a lack of imagination, and they can be a little like more stern. But they're like overall, like they're very known to be organized and good at time management. And they're also just overall sympathetic and caring. And yeah, so Capricorns, I love them because I know one of my best friends is a Capricorn. So
Yas Capricorn. I think Capricorns are so fun to be around. I think they have funny senses of humor too. Just like,
yeah.
What?
What?
I'm trying to look at my calendar and see if I like know at the top of my head more than like the people in my head that I'm thinking about that are Capricorns. Oh yeah, I have a couple friends that are Capricorns. This is really funny. They're just good vibes.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say.
Thanks.
Go Capricorn. Okay, Aquarius. January 20th through February 18th. And they're an air sign. And the symbol is a water bearer.
Which is so weird, because you think air sign and then they're water bearer, but...
Yeah, what? Might have to research why it's that. I don't really know.
Yeah.
But they're one of the most friendly signs, friendly and social signs. Let me say that again because it repeated myself. So they're one of the most friendly and social signs. They are progressive thinkers, and they want change and new ideas. They can be witty and
Yes.
sarcastic. And a negative side can be that they can be rebellious and stubborn and emotionally detached and aloof. It's so sad.
um,
But yeah,
I
they
mean,
give yang energy,
mm,
like yin yang, yang.
yes.
Um,
I've heard that. The aloof part.
yeah, I think Aquariuses are cool. One of my besties is also an Aquarius, my roommates.
Hmm.
Um, and I would agree with most of that, like progressive
Hmm.
thinking, witty, and I feel like Aquariuses are always a little like 10 steps ahead.
Yeah,
Um,
that's true.
I think that they can be in their head sometimes.
And the
Last
last
but not
sign,
least, Pisces. February
Pisces.
19th through March 20th. And they're
We've
a water sign.
we've come full circle now.
Full circle, the 12th and final one.
Yes.
And
So their
yeah.
their symbol is like two fish swimming in two directions. More like I thought it was more like a low-key like a yin yang.
So I think the symbol is based off of a constellation that looks like two fish tied together with a string. Which, if you're not looking at a picture of it, that sounds so weird.
Yeah, but if you want to find a
more,
picture.
more. The fish are the goddess Aphrodite
Oh,
and her son Eros.
wow.
They turn themselves into fish in order to escape the monster Typhon. I'm probably saying all these wrong. I'm so sorry, everyone. But
It's
but
okay.
then they connected themselves together with a ribbon in order to not be separated. So period. That's the
Aw.
backstory.
Cute.
Mm-hmm.
Probably has a dark side to it, but anyways, this one is a water sign, right? So, they tend to be sensitive. They got the feels, a little sympathetic, mystical. They really have a go with the flow energy.
Like fish. I'm just
but-
kidding.
Literally. But that leads to them being, like a water sign, clingy. They need someone to keep them grounded. Earth signs. I'm just kidding. They're very feely, so they could be oversensitive. But like overall, they're really dedicated to helping out people. They got that family thing going on, and overall, like just very intuitive and imaginative, and they can adapt really well. They love to adventure, which goes with the flow. They kind of have no choice, but yeah.
I remember recently there was like a full moon in Pisces and everyone was just so sad and depressed.
Really?
So maybe I'm just taking that
Yeah.
moment and blowing it out of proportion in my head. But yeah, I think Pisces are a little sads. But you know what? They need a happy sign to balance them out. That's all it means.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, we did it.
We went through all of them, and it only took 30 minutes.
That's pretty good. But
yeah.
generally, I think
I
I mostly agree with the zodiacs. And I know they're just like
Yeah.
stars and whatever, but I feel like there's some
Like,
truth in what they have to
exactly.
offer.
They're
Which is kind of just cool at the end of the day. I don't take it as serious as to be like, oh, everything is like perfect, because it's not to me.
Yeah, it can't be. Otherwise, like, everyone would be the same.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's just fun. It should be fun, and
It's a little thing on the side.
a little thing on the side. And if you're having a terrible day, you can blame it on something with the stars.
Facts. Or the moons, or
Yeah,
anything.
exactly.
If you've never heard of, like, zodiacs before, like,
This
it
episode was
must have
for
been
you.
interesting for you. Yeah, because honestly, they're really fun. I had, like, a major obsession with it, like, was it 6th grade or
Oh
something?
my god.
I like had books, and it would have like the traits for like every single day of the year, so they'd be very thick books, and like, yeah, I don't know, but zodiac's always been pretty interesting, like
I think so too.
even just for fun, but like they can be a little hurtful.
Oh yeah, don't take them too seriously. I don't.
Yeah. No.
It should be fun.
'Cause
At the moment it becomes not fun, I think, is when it's unhealthy.
it's too much, and don't do that. So just a little warning, you guys. Like,
I think it's like a
don't.
checks and balance, or like it checks things like, oh, you're a Virgo, and then
Yeah.
you're like, let me see if that aligns with you, and you're like, yeah, I think it does. Not like a, oh, you
Yeah.
must be all these things.
Yeah, like, oh my gosh, like you're this and this and this because you're a Virgo.
Mhm.
Like, everyone's different, so.
Yeah. Alrighty. The end.
All right. The end. I think I've zodiaced myself out.
Oh yeah, no more zodiacs for a while now. We hope that today you're inspired to check your horoscope on the
Yeah.
internet and see what your daily horoscope is.
They do have for people who don't know, they have daily horoscopes that tell you based on your sign, like, a little prediction of what your day is gonna be like or something.
It's a fortune. We hope you enjoyed this episode on zodiacs level 0.
Level 0. Because there's not even a 1.
There's not even a 1. But we hope that if you didn't know anything about zodiacs, that you're like, oh, okay, now I do.
If anything, you've learned a little something about us.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of Two Worlds Apart. If you would like to talk to us or communicate with us, you can find us on Instagram at Two Worlds Apart Podcast. We will see you in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.